Welcome to the Southeast region. And the road to Williamsport starts here in Warner Robins, Georgia, for our next two teams ready to take the field. Lines are chalked, and these young men are excited to be on TV here this afternoon. It's the Tennessee State champs from Nolensville, Tennessee, and the kids from Centerville, Virginia. This is one of the 10 regions in the United States. When it gets to Williamsport, 20 teams will be there, also 10 from the international side. The Southeast is a unique regional. It's made up of 8 state champs ranging from West Virginia all the way down to Tallahassee, Florida. The winner of this regional advances to the Little League World Series, which is coming up fast. It starts on August 19th. Hi again, everybody. Clay Matvick and former American League Rookie of the Year, Greg Olson. And Greg, as we talk about every year, such an exciting time. This is a dream come true for these young players.
Oh, it really is. You're in a hotel with your best friends, your family, and you get to play baseball for 4 or 5 straight days, and your only hope is that you don't have to go back to school anytime soon.
That's right. Trying to extend the summer. Well, Nolensville, no stranger to this regional. 5th time here in the last 6 years. Here's the batting order. For the Tennessee State champs, Julian Frazier, the shortstop, leads it off, followed by Callan Williams. Lincoln Franks will be hitting in the 3 spot, followed by Hudson Van Horn, Bruce Kay, Ethan Nance, Alexander Fields, Max Kelly. J.B. Carter will be pitching. Hollis Smith, Brady Packard is behind the plate, and Carter Clark rounds it out. They will be facing John Franco Angulo. He's number 2, and he is considered Virginia's ace, Greg.
Yep, he is 1A. This Virginia team has been dealing on the mound a .87 ERA over their run. And this is ace 1A.
So here's Julian Frazier in the batter's box. Athletic shortstop, leadoff man takes strike 1. If these uniforms look familiar for the Tennessee State champs, they should. Reminiscent very much of the Vandy boys there. Vanderbilt wears uniforms very much like this. The Commodores. And Nolensville actually practices at Hawkins Field, the home of the Commodores there in Nashville, from time to time.
How cool is that? 11, 12 years old, and you get to practice at Vandy's home field.
There's a strike 1 and 2 to the leadoff hitter, Julian Frazier. 11 years old, but I'll tell you what, he plays like a wise veteran. The 1-2 pitch to Frazier, and that misses down for Angulo. Angulo has been very good in the postseason through a complete game shutout in Game 1 of the Virginia State Tournament. Beat Tuckahoe National. That sits off the plate. And right out of the gate here, a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Frazier.
Yeah, pretty good pitch right there. Just missed. And come back with it, square up home plate, get that leadoff guy out.
Put in play, right side. This is going to be a tough play. Knocked down, but Beal can't come up with it. Great effort there by the second baseman, Reese Beal. And that'll be an infield single for Julian Frazier.
Nice swing by Frazier. You see he gets that foot down early, and he's able to keep the bat back and shoot this ball through the 43 hole. Great effort at second base by Beal, but just unable to come up with it.
Both of these teams very solid defense in their run to the regionals. As Callan Williams stands in, left-handed hitter. They call him Cal. And this guy is the fastest player on this Tennessee team. Might be the fastest 12-year-old in the entire state of Tennessee. That's inside, and that's going to scoot away from Fettig, the catcher, and allow Frazier to move up to second base. And now Tennessee with the runner in scoring position and nobody out.
Well, nice block by Fettig behind the plate. Just gets away from him a little bit, and a great read by Frazier at first.
1-1 to Williams. That misses down. Callan Williams had 3 hits, including 2 doubles in the state title game. Slashes this one outside of third. Tennessee has been represented by Nolensville Little League in this regional, like we said, 5 times in the last 6 years. This year they defeated Clarksville 11-1 in that state championship game. And stepping off the rubber is Angulo. There's J.B. Carter looking on. Breaking ball swung on and missed, gets away from the catcher. They're going to throw to first for the out, trying to get to third, and safely doing that is Julian Frazier. So John Franco Angulo gets the strikeout, but Fettig has to do some dirty work to throw to first for the out, and there's one away with the man at third now.
Yeah, again, Fettig, nice block behind home plate, keeps strike 3 in front of him, has to throw it down to secure the out. And then Julian Frazier, again, great read and takes off and gets third base with less than 2 outs.
Strike 1 to Lincoln Franks. Lincoln Franks, 5'6", biggest power bat on this team. And he's just 11 years old as this one twists out of play. He's going to turn 12 here in a few days, August 16th. But Franks drove in 3 runs during the Tennessee State Championship game, so he's coming in here red hot. Chance to put Nolensville on the board early. Called strike 3. As John Franco Angulo gets a big strikeout, looking back-to-back Ks for Angulo.
This is just a fastball right down Broadway, man-on-man challenge pitch. And I think Franks is so used to seeing off speed and being pitched around. The shock of an 0-2 fastball right down the middle of the plate locks him up.
So 2 down, and here's Hudson Van Horn, the cleanup hitter for Nolensville. Swings at the first pitch, popped up on the infield. Beal back on the outfield grass, secures it for the 3rd out. So a leadoff infield hit for Frazier, but Nolensville can't plate him. And now coming to the plate, Centerville, Virginia for the first time. Back here in Warner Robins, Georgia, as Centerville, Virginia is ready to come to the plate for the first time in this opening round game. Centerville approximately 20 miles west of Washington, D.C. And the lineup is going to look this way. Landon Costello, the center fielder, will lead it off, followed by Grant Wise. Angulo, the pitcher, batting 3rd. Caleb Gillette, the cleanup hitter. Carter Guarino, Henry Diggs, Nate Continetti, Henry Stegner, Connor Fettig, Colin Wright is at first base. Nolan Seelock and Reese Beal rounding it out. Again, a 12-man continuous batting order. And they're facing J.B. Carter, right-hander who gets the start for Nolensville.
He has seen this and been here before. His brother Nash back in 22-23.
Line drive, and that is just foul as Costello made a bid for extra bases.
That was just foul. Costello swinging it early, but back to J.B. Carter. Came and watched his brother Nash 2022, 2023 here in this same field. So has the experience, has been there, and he has been their ace.
And he wears number 11 just like his brother did when he went to Williamsport 2 times. That pitch floats outside to Costello.
I mean, can you imagine that, going to Williamsport twice?
And his dad was a part of it. Mark was coach on that team and coaching on this Nolensville team too. 2 balls and a strike to Landon Costello. Excellent outfielder. Breaking ball hit on the ground to second. Sliding over is Kelly, and he'll throw to first for the out. So a good start here for Carter and the Carter family, who we've been talking about. They have been through a lot this year. They're obviously thinking about JB's mom, Emily, who passed away back in January after a long battle with cancer. Talked about Mark, talked about Nash. They have a sister, Killian, who's 7 years old. It's been a tough time, and you know that she is in their hearts today as they take the field.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, just that loss.
This is Grant Wise at the plate now for Virginia. He looks at ball 1 ball and a strike. Wise is a talented player. He was the starting pitcher for the state title game, but considered their closer, so there's a chance we could see him late in this ball game today.
Wears number 18, thought that Charlie Blackman wore number 18, realized that he did not wear number 18, and then he said he was just too lazy to change it.
It's a good number.
You can make any number your own.
That's right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball. Again to second base. And again, Kelly to first. So good job in the field by Max Kelly. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. And here comes Angulo, the starting pitcher. As you look at the defense for Nolensville. Nolensville, it always plays good defense. We certainly saw that in recent years. Remember, they reached the Little League World Series 3 straight years starting in 2021. And always sound, always fundamentally good.
Yeah, while we were sitting here pregame, I was watching their infield, and man, it was just a piece of work. Going through everybody, disciplined, staying down, nothing got by anybody.
Gianfranco Angulo. A ball and a strike. And now 1-2. Angulo, a 2-way star. He's starting on the mound for Virginia. So tremendous threat at the plate. But swings and misses for out number 3. Good inning for Carter on the mound. Centerville goes quietly. Nolensville, Tennessee coming back to the plate when we come back. Back here in Warner Robins, we go to the second inning. He's Greg Olson. I'm Clay Matvick. Day 1 of the Southeast Regional. And Bruce Kay will lead it off for Nolensville, Tennessee. The defense for Centerville, Virginia. Their outfield known as the no-fly zone. Henry Stegner, Landon Costello, Grant Wise from left to right. We're going to be talking a lot about the speed and the ground that they can cover out in the outfield for Centerville. As Bruce Kay shows bunt, takes ball one.
Yeah, the speed and athleticism. Coaches were raving about this outfield defense and how important it was.
Pitch number 17 for Gianfranco Angulo is foul back.
And Clay, I mean, a lot of times in Little League, you're going, all right, where can I hide, hide somebody out in right field or hide somebody out in left field? And the coach was really adamant about, hey, these guys can flat out play. They can run it down. And you get to this time of the year, man, you need that outfield defense.
Weak ground ball to the right side. Beal charging, throws to first. And Angulo has retired 4 in a row since giving up the leadoff hit to Julian Frazier back in the first inning.
I don't think I have seen this many breaking balls tie the hitters up, get the jam shot to second base. We've gotten 3 already this game.
Here comes Ethan Nance now. This guy's a competitor, 5 feet tall. Plays just about anywhere up the middle infield, center field. He'll pitch a little bit. Son of Ryan and Jenny Nance, one of 5 kids. It slides inside for Angulo. So he is a 3-time district and state champion. J.B. Carter, Alexander Fields, Brady Packard have also been champs at the 10-year-old, 11-year-old, and now 12-year-old level. That is a nucleus right there.
It really is, yeah. I mean, it's so important to have this, keep that nucleus going on, and these guys have found a way to win year after year, and they have done it again this year.
1 out. Nance puts it up the middle, and that is a base hit. Second hit of the game for Nolensville. And it comes with 1 out for Ethan Nance here in the second inning.
Really nice piece of hitting. Curveball, bottom of the zone. Nance stays with it. Drives it back up the box for a single.
Here comes the guy that they consider the heart and soul of the team, Alexander Fields. He's the starting left fielder. That pitch from Angulo misses off the plate. Another 3-time district and state champ. And you talk to the coaches, Mark Carter, Bill Packard, who's the manager, and everyone associated with this team, and they'll say he's maybe the hardest worker on the team. Did that hit him? Yes, it did. The home plate umpire, Taish Diaz-Cruz, makes the call that caught Alexander Fields on the left arm. And so now 2 on with 1 out for Tennessee as they're making a threat.
Well, the only way that you're going to see if he got hit on the arm is going to be sitting in that home plate umpire spot, and you're going to hear a tick. And that was exactly what it was. Fields came up, showed his elbow. She heard the tick. Hit by pitch.
So Max Kelly with a golden opportunity here for Nolensville to get on the board. He is the youngest player on the roster, 10 years old. Tries to bunt, gets away from home plate, throw to third. It was on time, but the throw gets away from the third baseman, Gillette. That throw beat Ethan Nance from Fettig, but they can't complete the play. And also moving up is Alexander Fields, so second and third with 1 out.
He squares to bunt. He's trying to bunt and then almost gets into the throwing lane, and you can see Gillette loses his glove at third. But take a look. If they do this again, Max Kelly is out of the front of the batter's box. And if he makes contact and this is called, he is out. Well, he's actually out of the batter's box right now at home plate.
This one's foul back. Let's see if we can take a look at his feet. Perhaps You'll notice, yeah, that back foot is
out of the batter's box.
Out of the batter's box, technically.
On that bunt, he was out of the front of the box.
Chopper over the mound. Shortstop throws to first. Ball is bobbled. Run scores and everybody's safe. Ethan Nance comes in to score and make it 1-0 Nolensville as Kelly is safe at first base.
Nice piece of hit and takes it back up the middle. Diggs makes a nice play, good throw to first base. And the ball just gets dropped over there, so it should go down as an E3.
Runner goes to second, cut off, and safe at second base is Kelly. As J.B. Carter is at the plate here for Nolensville to continue this inning, as Tennessee has the early lead here in the second. He flashes bunt and fouls it back.
Nolensville with a little small ball.
They're going to rule that an error on the shortstop. J.B. Carter, the 1-1 pitch, flails at it. 1-2 to Carter. His dad, Mark, the third base coach. Mark is 47 years old, associate athletic director at Vanderbilt. There are a lot of Vanderbilt ties in this Nolensville program. Down the line and under the glove of the first baseman right into right field. One run is in as Field scores. Kelly scores. 2 runs driven in by J.B. Carter. And it's 3-0 Tennessee.
Just a nice piece of hit, and fastball stays, lets it get deep, drives it down the right field line, just gets under the glove of right at first.
2 RBI single for J.B. Carter. As that one rides in and hits Hollis Smith. Second hit batter this inning for John Franco Angulo.
You can see the movement he's got right now. Just a little bit of a leak on the front side is going to exacerbate that big 2-seam fastball running into these right-handed hitters.
Well, the inning started so promising for John Franco. He got a ground out from Bruce Kay. 4th straight battery retired, but now 5 straight hitters have reached.
Yeah, 2 of them hit by pitch, 1 error. That's something right now that Virginia has not done all year. Has been allowed the extra base runner, and right now they have allowed 3.
Brady Packard at the plate, and Virginia was anticipating bunt. Packard, the guy they call Cheese, 4'11", 83 pounds. He is the leader behind the plate for this club. Manager is Bill Packard. He's in the first base coach's box. He's his dad. 42-year-old finance director when he's not coaching Little League. He's been a Little League volunteer 10 years now. There he is. Hoping Brady can deliver, as Tennessee has already put up a crooked number here in the second inning. Popped up. It's going to get back toward the screen. That's a foul ball. 1-2.
Yeah, they're really trying to test this Virginia defense. Shown bunt about 4 or 5 times so far this inning. And you can see the first baseman right really crashing hard. Now with 2 strikes, he'll get back to a normal position at first base.
Carter at second, Smith at first. Swung on and missed, and it's a strikeout, a much-needed one. As Packard goes down, John Franco Angulo absolutely had to have it. And that's his 3rd strikeout.
Goes with the fastball up, high cheese. He started walking off the mound, too. It's been like one of those weird innings that you feel like there's 2 outs, and he thought that was the 3rd out.
You ever do that in your playing days?
Oh, yeah. You get one of these innings like this, a couple hit by pitches, an error.
Good looking curveball there from Angulo. It lands for a strike against Carter Clark. He is the 12th hitter in this order. Outstanding pitcher, quiet leader at third base. This is pitch number 25 of the inning for Angulo. And it misses in. Again, it's an 85 pitch ceiling. That's the max a kid can pitch in one day.
Well, you're sitting here as a coach, and me as a former Little League coach, you're going, I got to win game one. And this guy, Angulo, has been the best that we have. So you're going to stick with it. It's been an unfortunate inning, as I talked about, a couple hit by pitches, an error.
I mean, he's closing in on being halfway toward that threshold already.
We had 15 in the first. So by my Auburn math, he's at 26 right now this inning.
Carter Clark, son of Jessica and Brian, his brother Braden, cheering him on. Also plays basketball. Pitch misses down. And the 12th man in the lineup has worked a full count. It's been a good inning for Nolensville, leading 3-0 here in the top of the second. And these games get late fast. We only play 6 innings. Ground ball right side through the legs of the first baseman, Colin Wright. Throw comes home. They're going to cut the run off. And the bases are loaded for Nolensville. Back to the top of the order, and Julian Frazier.
See, this runner got in front, might have just got in the vision right there of Wright at first base. Ball gets under his glove.
It's the second error charge to this defense. You add on a couple of hit by pitches, and you can understand how this has kind of gone sideways for Centerville, Virginia. 3 runs in, Nolensville back to the top of the order and looking for more. That just missed Julian Frazier, who had a leadoff infield hit to start the inning in the first, did not come around to score.
This is where, as a former pitcher, you really got to pick up your defense. It's been a hard inning. It's been a rough inning. Things have not gone right, but your team has been very good all year at coming back. Big out right here if you can keep it to 3.
Two balls and 1 strike to Frazier. His parents, Jared and Brittany. He's the oldest of 3 kids. That's outside. Good block by the catcher, Fedek. Now, this would be a big, moral victory for Virginia if they can keep it to a 3-run loss.
They have found a way to just keep coming back all year long. And so, all right, they get out of this jam right here.
Lined past Beal into right field. 1 runner's in. And that's all they're going to get. Great throw from right field from Wise. J.B. Carter scores to make it 4-0, Nolensville, Tennessee.
Again, nice piece of hit and stays inside the ball, shoots it to right field. And look at this cannon by Wise out in right field to keep that just a 1 run.
And now time is called. We're going to have a visit to the mound. It's been a long inning for John Franco Angulo. 48 pitches thrown here, make it 49 through 2 innings. 34 pitches this inning.
I think they might be making a move. Keep him under the pitch count and get him back in a couple of days.
And again, here's the reminder, you keep them under 50 and you only need 1 day of rest, or 2 days of rest, I should say. So that was the mindset here for the coaching staff. They want to be able to bring him back in short order in this tournament. So a pitching change here in Warner Robins. 4-0 Tennessee leading here in the second. Great diving catch by the shortstop. There was no pitching change. Diggs makes the line drive stop. And Virginia's able to get off the field. So Gianfranco Angulo able to get his team back to the dugout, only down 4. Good inning for Nolensville, Tennessee. No strangers to this Southeast Regional, as that Little League has appeared here 5 times in the last 6 years, and out to a great start after a 4-run second inning. You thought there was going to be a pitching change there. As it happens, they made a defensive change during that visit to the mound, switched out first baseman as the inning comes to an end with a line out for Callan Williams. And now you're pitching with the lead here if you're J.B. Carter for Nolensville.
Yeah, I was kind of curious. I was looking at it and being, like I said, I've managed, coached Little League, and I was going, your guy's still out there. It's been a rough inning, but a couple of errors, and they're easily out of this inning. I was going, he's got 2 more pitches to stay under the threshold for a couple of days off.
And this one is lined foul for Caleb Gillette, the third baseman. Yeah, no doubt Centerville has the offensive firepower to get back into this ball game in short order, and it starts with Gillette, who's been a ferocious hitter, also an outstanding catcher. He's starting at third base for this game. Ground ball to short. There's Frazier, gobbles it up, throws across, and J.B. Carter has retired the first 4 Centerville hitters he's faced.
Yeah, and it's been just a nice mix of fastball, curveball. He is in the zone. He's pounding the zone. And he is letting his defense work. A couple of ground balls to second base, and that was a very routine ground ball to shortstop.
So 1 out, and this is Carter Guarino. This guy was the hero in both the state semifinals and championship games. Delivered walk-off game-winning hits in both of those. This one hits him on the shoulder. So the first real mistake for J.B. Carter on the mound. 1 out base runner as Guarino is aboard, and here comes Henry Diggs.
Back up breaking ball. Guarino just finds a way to stay in the box and take it. Try to get a rally started. Answer this. I mean, it'd be really good just to answer, get 1 or 2 runs on the board.
Henry Diggs, smooth looking shortstop out in the field. We've seen that already in this game. Son of Lori and Jonathan, his brother Carter. Trying to get something going for the Virginia State champs. Centerville, Virginia. This is an excellent little league run by the Southwestern Youth Association. That's why you see SYA on their jerseys. That breaking ball in there for a strike at the top of the zone. And Centerville, Ole, might be the most tested team here. They went 11-0 in the state tournament. Swung on. And the throw to second, not in time. There's a strikeout as Diggs is out at the plate, and the throw not in time to get Guarino.
Yeah, mistake at shortstop right there. He thought this was going to be a force play. This is a strikeout. The runner at first base does not have to run on the strikeout, but he does. Takes the bag on a ball in the dirt, nice read on it, and then the shortstop plays it like a force out. So obviously safe at second base.
And now the throw to third, and the tag is applied. Getting back, though, somehow is Guarino. Boy, it looked like he was dead for sure, but he bobbled the ball. The third baseman, Clark, just couldn't find the handle in time.
What that slide. Just a great slide at third base, and it looked like the third baseman, Clark, just dropped the ball on the tag after he had slid over.
Here's another look.
It's a pretty good read on the jump, good throw, and then he overplays the bag, and then the ball just comes out right there at some point.
Check swing by Nate Cottonetti, and that's a strike. 1-2 the count on the first baseman. He was a guy who came in at first base. We thought it was going to be a pitching change. This gets away from Packard to the screen, and Virginia's going to be on the board. Guarino comes home to score. So that hit by pitch leads to a run here in the second inning.
Aggressive base running by Guarino. Gets second base on the strikeout. A little bit of a wild pitch. Gets to third base.
And a swing and a miss. Cottonetti strikes out. J.B. Carter will limit the damage, but Virginia is back in the ballgame. Down 3 now. We have played 2, 4-1 to Tennessee. Little League is the most trusted youth sports organization in the world, keeping baseball and softball accessible for all kids. But its real power comes from you. Help us rally for Little League by texting RALLY to 345-345 today. Standard messaging rates apply. So a new pitcher on the mound for Centerville, Virginia. And it's going to be Colin Wright, who started the game at first base. Gianfranco Angulo will go to third from the mound. Cottonetti stays in the ballgame at first base. And Lincoln Franks will lead it off here for Nolensville, Tennessee, coming off a great offensive second inning where they scored 4 times. Centerville got its lone run last inning, despite not recording a hit. Pitch is inside here to Lincoln Franks.
Oh, just great base running by Guarino. Stolen base to get to second, gets to third base on a wild pitch, and then scores on a pass ball.
Lincoln is the oldest of 3 kids for Ashley and Martin. Big Mike Trout fan. That's why he wears number 27, just like Trout. Struck out looking his first time up. In on the hands, drives it on a line foul outside of third.
Isn't everybody a Mike Trout fan?
Should be. If you're not, you should be. It's fun seeing him in the All-Star game again this summer.
Yeah, I'm a fan. It was fun when I was scouting for the Padres and I had to go scout the Angels, and Mike Trout was in his prime. And how do you get him out? And I was like, still don't know. I've watched him for 3 games. I've watched numerous pitchers. I still have no idea how to get him out.
Last year, this region was won by Irmo Little League out of Irmo, South Carolina. Watched Irmo earlier today. That pitch is high, swung on and missed. Lincoln Franks chased it up, and Colin Wright out to a good start. Strikes out the first hitter he faces, 1 away here in the third.
Yeah, just a high fastball, and Lincoln Franks, ultra aggressive, goes chasing after it. Just what you want to do when you come into a game in this situation, get that lead-off out.
And now Hudson Van Horn. Popped out to second. He's 0 for 1. Irmo beat West Virginia 4-1 earlier today.
Irmo had that unbelievable comeback last year against Lakeland.
Off the glove of the first baseman, Cottonetti. It's going to scoot into foul ground, and it's a base hit for Hudson Van Horn. First base has been a little problematic so far here for Centerville, Virginia today.
Yeah, this ball was blistered. Hard line drive, just Cottonetti was unable to knock it down and keep it in front of him. That one should go down as a single.
And it will. So a 1-out base runner, and Bruce Kay comes to the plate. Kay grounded out to second. He is 0 for 1. I know you're impressed by Bruce Kay. He's a very good hitter, very analytical thinker, very smart. Just for fun, when he was in kindergarten, he memorized the periodic table. I mean, who does that? I wouldn't do that at 25, 35. Never did it at 45, let alone kindergarten.
Yeah, but who thinks that's fun?
Chopper right side. Beal charges, and he has been smooth at second base. Van Horn advances to second, but now 2 away.
Nice job by Beal to keep his head down. Runner Van Horn running right in front of him. Knows he's got to get this ball out of his glove quick. Makes a quick throw to first base. Big second out.
Ethan Nance's first time up. Jump-started this offense for Nolensville. Had a 1-out base hit, came around to score 1 of 4 runs in the second inning for Tennessee. Stan Ryan is the dugout coach. And Beal's going to get another test. And cool, calm, and collected, he handles it perfectly. Van Horn is stranded. Tennessee does not score. Virginia coming back to the plate, down 3.
Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered, gone!
Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
Little League World Series begins on August 19th. You'll remember last year Chinese Taipei won it all, as Henry Stegner puts it in play on the first pitch of the third inning for Centerville. And he grounds out. So 1 up, 1 down here for Virginia, as J.B. Carter has retired 3 straight. Virginia scored a run last inning without recording a hit. Garina was hit by a pitch and came around to score.
Yeah, again, just great base running, steals second base, gets to third on a wild pitch, and scores on a pass ball.
Now the catcher, Connor Fettig, 4'9". I'll tell you, he really can receive the baseball. Good defensive catcher, plays with a ton of energy. He says he likes cooking and writing, and he wants to be an animal researcher.
I've loved watching him behind the plate, man. He has been a wall back there. Done a great job of blocking breaking balls in the dirt.
J.B. Carter pounding the strike zone. 1-2 pitch. Pokes it out to first. Nice play by Van Horn. Gobbles it up, steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down. And the thing about Virginia, Ole, is we've seen this team throughout the postseason hit really well, grind out at bats. Their approach is trying to get the starter out of the game as early as possible, but they haven't had that kind of luck here against J.B. Carter today so far.
No, it's been all about J.B. Carter pounding the zone with good fastballs. And then once he gets ahead, he's got a big overhand 12-6 curveball.
He's quickly ahead of Colin Wright, who was moved to the mound, started the game at first base. Colin Wright, the youngest of 2 for Amanda and Greg. Collects baseball cards. His prized possession, a 1969 Mickey Mantle. And look at J.B. Carter go to work. 8-pitch inning for Carter. Nolensville, Tennessee back in the dugout, leading 4-1. Back here in Warner Robins, Georgia. Game moving briskly as we move to the top of the 4th. He's Greg Olson. I'm Clay Matvick. And it'll be Alexander Fields to lead it off for Nolensville, Tennessee against Colin Wright. He is one of the better pitchers on the roster for Centerville, Virginia. Has not allowed a run on the mound in 2026. And if Centerville's going to come back in this ball game, he needs to keep this a 3-run deficit.
Yeah, I mean, that's just impressive. Has not given up an earned run this year. So he comes in, and Coach Zach Costello said that he is ace 1B. So SYA has decided to go with their 2 aces today, try to keep this game close with Colin Wright.
Alexander Fields hit by a pitch and a run scored in the second inning. And that's the thing that these managers and coaches have to think about, Ole. You know, you don't win game 1, it's really hard coming back through the loser's bracket.
It's a long road, it really is, and I understand it, but you're also going, man, I'm without my 2 aces, hypothetically, and you're trusting how deep your staff is.
There's Mark Carter, who's also the pitching coach for Nolensville, Tennessee. He's got to like the way his son is pitching right now. JB has not allowed a hit, just the 1 run through 3 innings. And again, it's just been an emotional year for the Carter family. Deep short, Diggs has a hard time with it. That ate him up, and Alexander Fields is aboard. That's going to be an infield base hit for Fields. That would be just a tough play, even if it's fielded cleanly by Diggs.
Well, generally this 3rd hop is going to skid. And so Diggs comes up and gets himself right into no man's land and has no chance. Once that ball started to skid, he was just too close to make a play.
So a man on for Max Kelly. Just 10 years old, but his play belies his age. Now, there was a time, you and I have been covering these tournaments for a long time, you never saw 10-year-olds. There are a few in this regional. As that rides in and hits Max Kelly. So here comes Nolensville again with 2 on and nobody out.
The 3rd hit by pitch so far for Nolensville. This breaking ball just rides in on the hand of Max Kelly. Coaches say that he's just a dude. That's all you want your coaches to say about you in the end. No, Clay? He's just a dude.
Well, they say Kelly's going to be a kid that's talked about in Nolensville for a long time to come. Consider it, you know, he could be playing in this regional for the next 2 years. Ground ball to short. They're going to go for the lead out at 3rd, and they get it. As Fields is forced out. J.B. Carter put it in play sharply, but there's 1 down.
Diggs elects not to try to get the double play, erases the lead runner. And right now, Colin Wright is at 20 pitches, and that's going to be the end of his day. He can come back and pitch tomorrow if needed. So much like what we talked about, Clay, was just trying to navigate the pitching staff, try to stay in this game, but also have something available for the rest of the tournament.
1 out here in the 4th. Tennessee threatening again. Back in a moment. John Franco and Gulo started. Colin Wright came on for a while, 20 pitches. And now Grant Wise. And again, because Colin Wright threw just 20, he'll be available tomorrow. And you get the sense that maybe that's what they're going to try to do here with Wise, who is considered their closer.
Yeah, the coaches say he has electric stuff, and watching him warming up right now, he does. It is electric, and so I think we're going to see Virginia try to piece the rest of this game together with their best arms, try to keep it close, knowing, hey, 4-1 is a 3-run home run away from tying this thing up. They're going to use their good guys to keep it close, but also have them available tomorrow.
He comes in with 2 on and 1 out. Kelly at second, Carter at first, and this is Hollis Smith, who was hit by a pitch and stranded in the second inning. The 0-1. Just a little bit upstairs, a ball and a strike to Smith. This guy's a really good player. Can play anywhere on the field. They call him a coach on the field. 1-2 now the count. He's the son of Jennifer and Jay. Jay owns a hitting facility, so you know Hollis is getting plenty of work in the cage. That gets away. Fettig has to chase. The runners will advance. Kelly goes to third. J.B. Carter to second. Now Nolensville a base hit away from plating 2 more.
Wise just gets around this slider and ends up pulling it way wide of Fettig.
Look out, hit him. Second time Smith has been hit by a pitch. And Nolensville has the bases loaded again. That is the 4th hit by pitch for Centerville pitching today.
Yeah, that's going to be something they're going to point back to. I mean, they've talked about how great their pitching has been. Well, the hit by pitches are starting to add up. There are no walks, which is great, but the hit by pitches are starting to add up. As you said, 4 of them and a couple of errors. This is going to draw the infield in, try to take the run out at home plate.
Brady Packard, who struck out swinging his first time up, looks at a strike here. He is the 11th man in this 12-man order. Packard has dreamed of the regional since he was in T-ball. He's been looking forward to being on TV. Chance to be a big hero here. It's downstairs, 2-1.
My favorite out of his little bio might have been, if I win the lottery, I'm buying the Brewers.
Well, his dad grew up in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. He's a big Brewers fan. So I assume that's the same for Brady. And boy, are the Brewers doing well. Leading the National League Central by quite a few games. 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, walked him in. RBI walk for Brady Packard. And it's now 5-1 Nolensville.
That is one thing that they have done so well. And talking about Virginia is they have limited the free base runners, and that one was just a 5-pitch walk, nothing really very close. Let's see if Wise can get things back under control.
And this is outside here to Carter Clark. Clark hit a sharp ball to first base that got through on the right side. It was ruled a single, and now time is called. And I think we're going to have a lightning delay. It has been a very pleasant but muggy afternoon, and as it will happen in Middle Georgia here this time of year, pop-up showers are a constant concern, and we have had a lightning strike within 10 miles of the ballpark. And that means a mandatory shutdown. So quickly, the umpires clear the field, and we're going to have a weather delay. Tennessee 5, Virginia 1, as Nolensville is hitting here in the 4th inning. We step aside for a weather delay.